welcome to another Modern Hardened Scales league. Today I'm going to be playing again Gemrazer. This cam is a bit too low. Beautiful. I get to see the white background. Anyway, I'm going to be playing Gemrazer again on the main deck. I was pretty happy with the card on my neck on my last league. And yeah, I'm just going to run through the changes I made to the deck real quick. Oh my god, it feels like I just ate something and it was rather rough to get down my throat. Yeah, so the changes I changed one Phyrexia score for one Common Souls, and the reason basically is the way I make these changes, I mean, it's not random, not as random as we may think. I basically go at these modern challenges, the latest ones, and I see what's popular, basically. What's winning, you know? Like, so when I think people that are playing Magic Online, a lot of people have like these rental services, so they just play whatever some people are like specialists, but like I am, I guess. A lot of people just play kind of the flavor of the month or what they feel is strongest. And I was looking, and the only card I can see here that is actually stopping us from using our sack outlets is a Grafdigger Creator. And Tron, actually, this list does run Grafdigger Creator. Oops. Well, they do run Grafdigger Creator in Tron, but who cares? There's many other problems with Tron. So, anyway, green Tron. But if you look at the rest of the decks, there's no Collector Roofs. There's no Eldrazi Tron almost. Most of it is Green Tron. The difference between Green Tron and the normal Tron is the Green Tron doesn't have blockers. Like, they have these big haymakers, but I mean, they all cost a lot of mana. So if they go down like turn 4, can't the Great Creator, you kill them, right? So I don't know. Just kill the Great Creator and then we go. So I decided to cut one Phyrexia score down for another Common Soul. So 2 Common Souls, 3 Darksteel Citadels, because what there is a lot of is. Okay, close it. Damn it. So what there is a lot of is like counter spells, you know. There's a Band, Udo. Udo is everywhere. Udo is basically the Oko of our times. Everybody's playing it. Everybody loves it. It's so cheap. You know, to pay a 6/6 for 4 that gains an infinity value. Pretty strong. 1 second, I'm just trying to see if the stream is working. I try to stream, you know, when I'm making this video, so it's actually, you know, you have questions in your life and you get notifications, you can come here and we can hang out and talk about this. Anyway, another change I made to the deck is, yeah, I got one Metallic Mimic. You know, there was this discussion on the Discord over it, and actually one of the weakest cards in the deck, and you know, I really only wanted to draw one and have one to accelerate in some games. So sometimes it will be great, a lot of times it will be kind of bad. So I'm keeping the one Metallic Mimic, one Silver Seal, one Scrapyard Recombiner. You know, I changed basically one Metallic Mimic for one Scrapyard Recombiner just to get this effect. You know, it could be pretty strong sometimes, and that's not, but we can also cut it on the sideboard. 2 Gemrazers on the main. Then I made some changes on the sideboard. They saw so much Green Tron, 3 Damping Sphere is almost mandatory. This is for the graveyard decks. In this case, Relic of Progenitus. I mean, I'm not really comfortable going down more cards in the, you know, against Dredge, because I just feel like if you play against Dredge and there's this, and you don't have an answer for like a real explosive turn, you lose, right? But on the other hand, if you have a Grafdigger case, you just win sometimes because they don't have an answer. 2 Claims, they come in handy against normal Tron, and they're also good against Burn, which has seen a bit of a raise in popularity. Some people are playing Weather the Storm in this lot to fight the Prowess decks, but I've been having quite a lot of success against the Prowess decks, and I think Gemrazer actually helps a lot versus the Prowess decks. So far I'm not going to be making more changes to try to fight that matchup. If I start losing to it much more, maybe I will either go up the 4th Dismember or cut the claims for a couple of Weather the Storms. Maybe even cut a Veil of Summer make out like a Veil of Summer, 1 Nature's Claim for 2 other Storms or something like that. Anyway, that is the deck. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the matches. Alright everyone, welcome to round 1. We're playing in something that has not showed up yet, and I just realized that sometimes YouTube makes your stream private for no reason. So I was like, why is this, you know, I couldn't see it, and it just makes it public. I mean, private. So of course, I mean, streaming for yourself, not the smartest thing. But yeah, you want to hang out, you can come to stream, you can watch me play, you can talk, you can be friends, you know. Ten is fine, and this is one of the reasons we have Ancient Strings in the deck, so we can actually make this kind of hands work. Because I know there's a lot of lands, we're playing 24 lands, so it's sort of expected. Am I recording? 1 second, yeah, I am recording. So we are playing 24 lands, so it's kind of like expected that we draw more lands than normal, right? So I'll keep it. You know, it could be bad if the matchup ends up being fast, and we are on the draw. But we have also we have a good turn 1 play and a good turn 2 play. We can play Ancient Strings and a Worker. Okay, Blooming March. Are we playing against Inkmoth? That would be kind of funny. I played a couple of leagues with Inkmoth, and I did. Oh, that's bad. Well, I mean, against the Execution, of course, you like that. You also don't want a mulligan because if they're gonna, this could be Black Green Rock, I guess. If they're gonna be taking the Ozolith. I mean, imagine you mulligan, you have the same hand with one less, like you have like, okay, you have a Ravager or a Hardened Scales and they take it anyway, then it doesn't matter, right? So, yeah, opponent is on the tank, they're like, well, they're in the cars, I don't know. Happening. Debater. I-baiter or Libe, I don't know, is this an I? Yeah. It's a capital I. So yeah. Opponent is really in the tank about this decision. I mean, if they take the problem with a discard deck like this one is Ancient Strings is actually pretty bad against them, especially early turns, because if you play Ancient Strings and you look for something and you cannot cast it, oh, they take the Worker. Wow, that's I'm gonna play the Forest. I like to start with the Forest just in case. So the reason I like to start the Forest, I mean, doesn't really matter this time around, but imagine we want to we draw Hardened Scales, and we say, okay, we're gonna Ancient Strings first, and yeah, we draw the we want to have another Forest for some reason, then we can get the Forest and get it, and that's a Dark Confident. It would be nice to draw Ballista. Oh, Ozolith, that's not the best, So I'm just gonna start with Ancient Strings. We're gonna start falling behind a bit there. Oh, that's a very bad Ancient Strings. Sometimes this happens, but it's okay, since I'm not interested in casting any of my spells. I'm just gonna play Llanowar Reborn, any order. With Llanowar Reborn, tap and pass the turn. Next turn, I'm gonna play the Inkmoth Nexus and this guy. We got Niche's Babel, so yeah, we're playing against Black Green Rock with Luru's main deck, I would imagine, and I mean, I think we are actually kind of toast here. We don't draw something good next turn, like Ballista. Because if they have the Lurus and the Niche's Babel, friends, we are in trouble. We are in really trouble. So we need to draw Ballista, I think. But I mean, we got 5 cards. That's what I always say with Ancient Strings, right? Oh, if they spend the mana here, this is actually really good for us. I was feeling a Lurus here. Yeah. So we don't block. Come on, baby, give me that Ballista. The Niche's Babel us. Okay. Gemrazer. Not the greatest card to ever have been played in this situation. I guess I can play the Inkmoth Nexus. How do we win this game? So they're dying 2 cards a turn. They'll have 5 cards next turn, and they actually have a Ghost Quarter. That's why Metallic Mimic is. Not gonna lie, if this was anything else. Hello, Noe Faken. Noe Fauken Noe. I'm doing fine, just, you know, hanging out. I was not sleepy, so I decided to, like, show up and play some Hardened Scales, you know. I guess I'm just gonna play the Mimic, man, and block, I guess, with it. On a name Beast. So I can make this bigger maybe next turn. Or I can make a Ravager bigger. A Ravager would be this. I mean, I should play the Inkmoth Nexus and maybe they Ghost Quarter us. Actually, that's probably a mistake. I should play the Inkmoth Nexus. I'm doing good. I should play the Inkmoth Nexus. If they Ghost Quarter it, not the end of the world, because they go down a land anyway. So I mean, they're gonna make this a 4/4. I've lost to this card quite a lot, and we shouldn't be because we have like Ballista, right? And this card should be pretty bad against Ballista, but somehow, you know, we didn't draw the Ballista. We didn't know, of course, we were in this matchup when we get the hand. And the hand didn't really develop, right? We drew a second Ozolith, we drew a Metallic Mimic, and a Gemrazer. Not the best cards in this. kind of took the wrong. Oh, we have Bills of Summer on the sideboard, Dismembers, Relics, so we are ready. Lurus will be brutal. I don't know what they actually flipped in here. Scavenging was. Oh, this is also kind of. And they keep the Ghost Quarter up. So yeah, we were not gonna kill them anyway. Yeah, this is looking pretty terrible. Maybe we withdraw Hangarback Walker. We can somehow stabilize. Oh, they're using this. Okay, they're going to put it at 4/4. The Mish is babbling again. Doing a 3-turn clock here. And this will make us discard cards, but we don't really care about that. Probably their cards are better than ours anyway. So, that's a Hardened Scales. It's actually fairly useless right now. I'm gonna play the Inkmoth Nexus just if they want to Ghost Quarter it, they want to Ghost Quarter it. Do I want to play this for blocking purposes? I mean, they can make this go to 8. Not too good, but it's not too bad. Yeah. I'm gonna play the Gemrazer. I'm not gonna graft onto it though. There are better cards to graft onto. Yeah, Gemrazer is not shining off for the dungeon, but it's not a matchup where Gemrazer shine. But all the other matchups, I think. I actually lost against this deck the other day on my LGS. Opponent played a similar like Dark Confident into Hex Drinker actually, and then instead of Liliana they had Lurus, and you know, I just couldn't keep up with the value in the first game. Second game I beat them with convincingly, and third game I kept a kind of a risky hand. And I think, you know, since their cards are not so good individually, like these cards are actually not that great individually. It's not like a Tarma. I mean, they are playing also Tarmogoyf, but I think we should be mulligan a bit more than we normally do against these decks. Yeah, the problem is this will create protection versus everything. I mean, actually, they will Mishra's Babalas. Okay, if they put the 4 mana here and they make this an 8/8, so I actually like a lot playing this. It's actually, I mean, this guy is actually really good. If we can block this guy, so if they actually need to put the 4 mana to be able to attack this turn, it would rather suck a bit for them. Maybe they know we're drawing a Ravager. And in case, I mean, if they know we're drawing a Ravager, they shouldn't tap their Ghost Quarter, right? That's just the choices. I guess now they don't need to tap the Ghost Quarter, which is wow, this will not become a 6/6. That shouldn't. I think if they had the land, they should just make this a 6/6 and attack. We go down to 6. Yeah, we may attack and kill the Liliana, but who gives? You know, then we just die. So this is a 4/4. Yo, you wanna trade? We trade, man. You cannot put counters on this at instant speed. If they have removal spell, they have removal spell. But you know, maybe I regret a bit not putting the counter on the Gemrazer, but they also spend a ton of mana on this thing. That's a Scavenging Ooze. They keep the Ghost Quarter up, which is smart. No. But they don't have green, so they will make us discard a card. We'll discard the obvious choice. And you know, we have a draw step. We have a draw step. Or 2. We have a couple of draw steps here. I mean, we can play our hand out, so we just need a good draw. Hello everyone that's just tuned in. Thank you for joining. If you're watching from YouTube, thank you for watching from YouTube. I really appreciate it. There's no interaction that can be had because they don't have Ghost Quarter on. Oh baby, give me that one top deck. We have 12 cards and we actually put 5 shitty cards. Okay, so they will do this after we draw. That's really bad. You should do this after, like if you ever do a Ghost Quarter on somebody in upkeep, you should do it after they draw. Because this way you increase the chances of them drawing a land. But wait. Come on, boy. Oh, that's a Hangarback Walker. That's fantastic. So we're gonna play the Hardened Scales. That's a good draw, man. Good job, deck. So that's why we save the counters, I guess, here. So we will just play a 2/2 Walker. It will come as a 3/3, put an extra counter. So we get a 5/5. But they still have a million cards in hand. But I mean, this is probably the best card that we could have drawn. And we have the Ozolith for... They don't play Colligan's Command. So they are actually weaker. They play probably a Abrupt Decay. But I mean, they're only down to 3 lands, so they actually are kind of choked on mana a bit. Liliana, they can sack it, but we make a million top tiers. This is great. This is a great draw. Like if they make us sack the Hangarback Walker and they have Maelstrom Pulse, well, no. You couldn't beat it all, as the Adele says. You couldn't beat it all. That's an overgrown Tom. So, you know, like all these shenanigans the last turn, instead of just putting it. So that's the Lurus of the Dream then. They will get the Hexinker back. Smart, I guess, instead of the Mischievous Bubble. Will they minus? Are you a minus here, one? Each player discards a card. Well, that's not bad because I don't discard any cards. Another Liliana. Interesting. Of course, eventually this will be big enough for us to not be able to kill it. But I mean, if we draw Ballista now, oh, another one. Yo. Do we? Oh, I just showed them that I have something. But maybe I was playing mind games with them. You don't know, opponent. So if I attack, what happens here? If I attack the Liliana, which is probably just at 6, right? So we actually need to be very careful. So if I attack the Liliana, yeah, I'm just gonna play it, man. I'm gonna play the second Hangarback. And I also have mana to... It's funny that we got ahead on mana this turn. I guess 24 mana is what it does. We can actually put 2 extra counters here. Ooh. So now we just need the Ravager. And then we can go ham. Not attacking, of course. And I mean, the Dark Confident can kill them. So, of course they draw a lot of cards in the process, but of course they draw lands. I've not been paying attention, but they drew these. They've cast all of that. I am indeed Spanish, José Manuel Fernández. Soy español, soy español. If you are in any doubt, I am Spanish. Hablo español because I am from Spain. I'm not a learner. But I also do speak English. Oh, actually, just realized. No, man. This is not cool, MTGO. You know, we had an agreement here to keep this thing always the same. Okay. What is happening? Where's my cursor? Yeah, I'm Spanish. Yeah, what a waste. How much mana have this? So if you think about mana as your money, you know, do you have like money as mana? I mean, I guess their plan is to put this as a 6/6. And I'm gonna, I mean, makes sense, whatever. But I mean, this is gonna cost them a life if they keep it up. Oh, they're doing it. They're just like pumping the boy. Man, if we draw a Ravager, I think we got this. We will take only 6 damage next. Pump it up. I don't think he attacks, right? Wow, that's such a waste. They spent 5 mana, the other guy had 4 counters, so they spent like 9 mana on this dude. So if you imagine money is, you know, like you have your mana is your money. Oh, maybe even or even a Ballista, man. A Ballista would be also insane. You could be able to kill lots of stuff. Yeah, you draw whatever. You have 4 cards in hand and okay, we need to start getting aggressive here. The problem is they can block with the Dark. That's a bit the problem, I guess. They can block with the Dark Confident. So if we attack with everything, that's 10 damage. And then if they don't block, they just attack with 6, 8, 10, 13, and we're dead. Now we're not dead because we have the Hangarback, but we can only block 3 damage, so we take 6, 6, 10. And if they do block, I mean, I guess they block with the Dark Confident. Do we just attack with everything? I mean, even if they block the Hangarback Walker, it doesn't really matter. In what tier do I see Hardened Scales? Actually, it really depends on how good you are playing the deck. I don't think... Yeah, I'm just gonna attack. I don't even care about the Liliana so much. I'm just gonna attack them. I'm going for the kill, guys. We just drew 3 Hangarbacks in a row. I'm going in. I'm gonna play another Hangarback. Maybe I'm not blocking, and then the Dark Confident kills them. No, they just block there. Okay, cool. At least they only have 1. Like they have 1 less blocker, so they go down to 10. Well, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna play this. Another blocker. Gonna be a 3/3 and pass the turn. So I think it really depends a lot on your skill, because I mean, I hope it's not watching the stream right now, but I lended my deck to somebody this weekend. And they went like 2 and 3 or something. I was seeing them play, and the play was not optimal. You know, I think if you're not playing optimally, it's pretty bad. But if you're actually learning the matchups and understanding how the deck is supposed to operate, and understanding, you know, basically trying to gain an edge when you can. Then you really good. I mean, so to answer the question, I guess this is kind of, if you want to call it a tier 2 deck. And I think a lot of decks in Modern are tier 2 decks. Like there's the obviously powerful decks, like, I mean, we have time while opponents tanking. Like, you know, Blitz is good, Uropiles are obviously good. Like these decks just have good cards. They work well together. Zer's Control is obviously good, Tron is obviously good. You know, these cards, these decks are, you can call it like tier 1, tier 1.5. I don't know, the best decks of the format. Those decks are just obviously powerful, right? But decks that are like Hardened Scales, even Mono Blue Tron, there's in the Inkmoth deck. Oh shit, I went back. Even the Inkmoth deck I was playing the other day, Jaunt, I guess. All these decks really, like Devoted Devastation, really reward extremely tight play. And you know, if you don't have that tight play, as long as we're not 2-turn clock with that dude, I guess that access. Can't block him. Sadly. They also has done 0 this game. Nobody died. It's just, wow, that's brutal, huh? No, not even. Yeah, Ballista would be nice. Oh, Ravager. Ooh. And I'm just gonna play the Ravager, attack, and go all in. Because we're dead anyway, right? So might as well just go. I'm gonna go all in. Maybe they mess up. So I'm gonna attack them all with this. I mean, we have plenty of counters to kill them. So yeah, Hardened Scales is a tier 2 deck because you need to have skill with it. It's just not a really good deck without skill. Okay, so now we sack here. They always yield, always yield, always yield. No. I don't really care about the Ozolith so much, but whatever. Okay, that Fatal Push with that. Well, it could be they didn't have it, you know. Sometimes they will brick. So they knew, and there was nothing we could have done. We could do there, so whatever. We went down. Went down, Charlie. There was once in an elevator with a neighbor, like one of these old guys, you know. And we were going down the elevator, of course. And he was like, you know what happened? But they told, like, he was talking about some kind of war movie or something, and then it's like, he said something like, "We're going down, Charlie," something like this, and I was a bit creeped out because I was like, "Man, are you sure we're going down? I mean, I don't want to die in an elevator." So my cuts to be a bit more entertaining. I don't know. It was kind of stupid sideways, but it just came to my mind. Is I'm cutting the cards that don't do anything on their own, like this dude. This dude, this dude. This dude also doesn't do much on their own. Throne of Geth can be great. It would have been great this game, but what happens is, if they kill all your creatures, then this doesn't do anything. I'm cutting one Ozolith because these games tend to be a bit long, and then just can do drawing 2 can be pretty bad. Even though they actually have a lot of these cards, so maybe I will play it. I don't think I like the 3 Dismembers in this matchup because they're actually quite good at killing us with the Tarmogoyfs and stuff. Like the Veils, all the Hardened Scales, Ancient Steerings, Animation Modules, 3 Workers, 2 Pro. I think this is as good as it gets. Sometimes you lose as much. I mean, I actually think Black-Green Rock is harder than Jaunt. Jaunt, they have like clunkier draws, you know. They always take like 5 damage to start the game. They start at 15. I was playing Yagma this weekend, and I was playing against a Jaunt style deck, and the guy started at 13. Like, it looked like oh, this is a great hand. You know, I'll give you a tip. In situations like this where you're on the play and you're playing against discard spells decks, I don't know how many discard spells they keep. So hopefully something we could... Is anyone knows, like, how many discard spells they keep? I always feel like after board, maybe they side out like some of them. Maybe some amount of thoughts or something. But here you have 2 choices, right? You can keep mana for Veil or play a Ozolith or animation module. And I would recommend you to always play the animation module first. And actually, I mean, a good play this game would be turn 1 animation module. If they don't discard anything, then you go turn 2 Ozolith, hold up Veil. Then turn 3 you pay Inkmoth Nexus, Hangarback Walker, make a servo. That's good. I mean, you waste a bit of mana, but it's a better play to play animation module and use it than not use it, right? And if they come and discard a spell, like let's say now they they come in and they discard a spell and they take the Ozolith or Hangarback Walker. Yeah, it's bad, but it's not like the end of the world. Yeah, they have a discard spell, but yeah, we could have kept the green, but will they actually go for it if we have the green? I don't know. But now they know, okay, we have the Veil. Will they keep the Veil? Maybe they target the Veil, you know? They're like afraid of it. Because it will stop their Abrupt Decays, their Assassin's Trophies, their Fallow Pushers, whatever, the Liliana minuses. So now they need to be careful. Anytime I have green source, green mana up. Okay, so not this deck, I guess. So they take the Hangarback. So they actually, you know, we still have the Veil. Oh, no, Misha. They always draw the Misha's Vowel. Isn't it amazing? Yeah, they're gonna upkeep the. I mean, I guess it's a good practice to do, but there's not really any point to doing this. Oh, that's. I mean, to be honest, I'm gonna go ahead and play this Hardened Scales on the Ozolith and hope they don't have a Blast Zone. And yeah, we just need to draw a thread now. So I guess they don't really take out these card spells. Thanks. I'm a torpedo. Man, I'm such a retard. Thanks, I am a torpedo. I'm not a torpedo, but now I'm a bit wiser. So yeah, they probably don't take out this card spell. But anyway, I mean, next turn we can hold on Veil, and probably we can hold on Veil forever from now on. Best draws in our deck right now are probably Llanowar Reborn, and closely followed by Hangarback Walker and maybe Ravager. We have a lot of good draws. Even Worker is good. Definitely. I mean, maybe I could have kept that's the thing. I know. I wonder. Comment down below what would you do. I don't know what your chat would do, but I don't think it's worth it to keep the mana up, especially when we have one of the best turn 1 plays anyway in animation module and one of the best cards in the matchup. So that's a Confidant of the Dark, and that's a Dismember of the. Actually, do I want to kill this or I want to kill a Lurrus? Because if they have a Lurrus, killing this is kind of awful. So I think I'll give them a turn. You know, I'm not gonna kill it right now. They will draw a card, but well, that's fine. Nurturing Peatland. I mean, they always draw lands. I think they drew like 3 lands last time. That's pretty crazy. So maybe they attack us. I'll take the damage. If they play Lurrus second main deck, I really want to dismember that, because if we dismember this and they have Lurrus, they can bring this back the turn after. Oh, that's a Tarmogoyf. Yeah. I actually would rather dismember this, in fact. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4, 5, right? Unless they have something else. There you go, it worked. It's always a bit sketchy to dismember a Tarmogoyf, but it's good to do it when you can. Okay, more forest. It's one of those games where we don't draw a dude. You know, we have all the enablers. We're ready. We're ready for you, opponent. Assassin's Trophy. Okay, that's very bad in face of a Veil of Summer, but I guess whatever. So that's another Misha's Vowel. I guess it's just to do this for the turn. There's no point in not having played it last turn. So they have Assassin's Trophy and 4 Unknown in hand. And they just do the Misha's Vowel. So they don't have something they would have played. They don't have Lurrus, almost for sure. Because if not, they would have cast it last turn, I think. I mean, unless they are like big brain players and they are playing first the Tarmogoyf to play the Lurrus second. And then be able to return it to the Tarmogoyf. I mean, that's. If they're at this level, then we will not beat them. That's kind of like next level. The next level plays. I really like to draw something that does something. I mean, even lands do stuff, ancient steerings. I mean, we have a ton of good draws. Okay. They saw I was tapped out. Okay, it's MTGO. Whatever. Well, that's one of our worst draws ever. Oh, you catch me live and I'm playing a bit bad. Because I F6'd through the turn, and then they realized this, and then they... I guess that's just good MTGO play. They knew I was F6, so they just discarded my Veil of Summer with an Inquisition of Kozilek. Even though if they're gonna spend an Assassin's Trophy on a land, I guess I could attack with it, but yeah, it was gonna die anyway. Ah, come on, baby. They missed a land drop. What did they get this time around? A blood decay. Okay, that's bad. That's a go if very strong. Strong ability. Wow, we are really turn 6 and we still not drawn a card. That is good. Yeah, that bail was of course bad, but I mean, we would have one more draw step basically. So I don't know. Thank you, Stefan Conklin. I'm glad you're hanging out. I'm not playing the bestest. I mean, I don't know. I'm not playing. I mean, this is bad play to do to f6 turn. Okay, whatever. We only drew lands. I'm from Spain, but I don't live there. That was wrong one. We got destroyed. I actually have a pretty bad record against this deck recently. Jesus. It was kind of like, I mean, maybe I should. I don't know. I am from Spain, but I live in Denmark. You know. Yeah, I was in a hairy situation, man. I mean, that's kind of the way they win that matchup. If they go like discard spell into threat, into removal, and you don't have a kind of a threat. And you know, basically we didn't draw any threats at all. Like, we didn't draw Relic. We draw the Dismember. But I mean, I just don't like that much in this matchup. I don't think I even will bring Dismember next time. I honestly don't think I mean, the only bad thing I did is that I f6 through a turn. This will never happen on a real game, right? Like, the only reason this happened was because we were playing Magic Online. So they saw I was f6 and they were like, "Yep, I'm taking it." Ooh, I hope we're not against burn, but this hand is good. No burn, fetching Rhombus. Please no burn. Keep your burn in the shelf for another day. I mean, it's a fun deck. It's my favorite deck. It's just so great. But sometimes it's, you know, like every deck sometimes have these moments where you just draw. We drew 5 lands. We had 2 lands in our starting hand, I think. And we drew 3 more lands. And yeah. And an extra Ozolith and an extra Hardened Scales. Yo, man. Remember to play your spells. Or your lands, at least. Opponent. Okay, we are against a Tron deck. We have Gemrazer! Are we playing against Chalice or are we playing against the other dude? So are we playing against Chalice? Oh, or are we playing? I'm gonna play around the Chalice and play the Ozolith now. Yeah, I would actually. I think the removal is kind of bad in the matchup. I don't think I will be bringing in the. I don't know if this is Eldrazi or I'm pretty sure it's Eldrazi because they actually did mulligan, you know, but you never know. So if they play, Tower of Souls would be a good draw. Yeah, I don't think I need to. Yeah, this is Eldrazi Temple. We're playing against our friend the Etron player. And they have the Matter Shaper turn 2. Not bad. It's kind of the same with this deck, right? Dismember is kind of like, ugh. So this is an Ancient Searings card. We never like to play this for lands, but it looks like we want to. Because we actually would like to cast this next turn, I think. So what we're gonna do is Ancient Searings. Milan Dealer. We are gonna get the Inkmoth Nexus because the Darksteel Citadel gets stopped by the dude. And I'm gonna play the Arcbound Ravager. Because if they would, they cannot play Counter the Great Creator next turn. But just, if they attack with this, I'm gonna hit the Ozolith and kill it. So that's the thing, I guess, a good against. I mean, imagine we had Welding Giant instead of Ancient Things there. How bad it is. It's not so bad, I guess, but not great. Let's see what our opponent's doing. Blazon. Ooh. Seems like people are like blazoning me a lot lately. And they will actually fucking not sear me. Too. That's brutal. That's very brutal. Well, at least we have a backup Ozolith, I guess. Actually, are they dead? I think if we draw land, they're dead. If they, I think if we draw land, they're dead. So they take the Throne of Geth. They're actually dead anyway. If they draw land, if we draw land. So. Oh no. Shit. I do this too often. So you could get a land and get some kind of Dismember or something, so I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna take the damage. If I block there, I'm just trying the Gemrazer. And the question is if I am actually, this is a pet card. It's not a pet card specifically, I was not in love with it the first time. Crystalline Giant is a pet card. So the reason I'm not blocking here, even though I could kill it and just play a new Ozolith, is that, actually I think they're dead anyway, right? We play the second Ozolith, yeah, they're dead. If we don't block, they should have taken this Ozolith actually. They were, they're on board. So if we block and they get a land and they have this member, they can actually stop the kill. But we don't want that. So I thought we won. I'll show you now in a second. So because this is 4 counters, then we sacrifice it to itself. 4 counters go to Ozolith, 5 go into the Inkmoth Nexus. And then 4 will go here. Like actually 5 will go into the Inkmoth Nexus. Yeah, you're dead. So I mean the Mutate guy is really great in these matchups, for example. Okay, maybe even draw a line. So we're gonna do, we're gonna sacrifice the Ozolith. Maybe, I'm sure they didn't see that were dead. Or maybe they did, I don't know. Maybe that's why they attacked. We will play the Ozolith, number 2. We will activate the Inkmoth Nexus. We'll not even show them we drew a line. It's just really good in these kind of matchups, and it's actually, you know, for example, in Prowess, it's really good to play Gemrazer. In yeah. Must suck, man. Okay. So now this is a 6/6, and we have 4 counters here. The opponent maybe sees the writing on the wall. That's a turn 4 kill. Sometimes you play Ravager, you play Ozolith, and you kill people on turn 4. I was thinking like how many kills. Like actually, the only way to kill turn 3 right now is with like Darksteel Citadel or with Ozolith and Scales, but it can be done. So the Mutate is really good for that. I don't think I will even bring more removal. I will probably still keep removal against Jaunt, maybe, but maybe not. But definitely I'm not going to be bringing in these members against Black Green Rock. Speaking of which, this deck has a problem. The Nature's Claim is not that good against it. Damping Sphere is not that good. I'll take this out. I think I like this. Like this. I like this. I've been taking out animation model and maybe it's wrong. Take out animation model. I guess I like to take one out and then maybe bring in the couple of these members. But maybe I like to have a Nature's Claim as well. They play Black. Actually, it's good because they play Blazon. This is good. Are you good in this matchup? On the draw specifically. Problem on the draw is that they can, yeah. But on the draw we want more animation models to be able to proliferate the Chalice of the Void. But also if we draw them after they have Chalice, this is kind of bad. So I think we're gonna leave it like this. The counters really help against Chalice as well. You can name Worker or Beast. Let's try like this. You know, when you make changes in the deck, sometimes it's hard to even know what you want to do for certain matchups. But I guess that keeps the mind rolling. We're at turn 1 play, which is not the best one, but it's not a bad one. We can even Llanowar Reborn tapped. If they go Chalice, maybe we'll even play Throne of Geth turn 2. So if they don't go like if they don't look like they're Natitroning us, so they actually maybe actually. So that's a question. Do we want to play the Ancient Stirrings now? I think it's worth it to play it just because maybe we don't get it. Play it. Ooh, that's nice. That's very nice. Very good draw. Let's see if we can find a... I don't know why I spoke in fake Russian. Let's see if we can find... I'm in a good mood today, guys. It was outside. Like, I was thinking of getting a Ballista so we can work with this beautiful metallic Mimi we just got. Any order? We pass the turn. Yeah, so... I mean, I've explained this a lot of times. I'll play it again, don't worry. So they may be going with a... Are they going Chalice? Ooh, that's a Chalice. That's a Chalice. We have Throne of Geth. So how it works? Ozolith, anytime a creature that you control leaves the battlefield, if there's counters... Oh, it's a... Actually, this sucks, because we have the Metallic Mimic and they can kill it when this is on the stack. Man, that sucks. Not a good idea. Maybe they have a... May I just play one Hangarback Walker? Oh, that's kind of the worst they could have done. But I mean, it's not a great play, but... I haven't played against it, but I actually own almost all the cards for the deck, so I tried it the other day, and it was cool. Problem is, if we play the Mimic, they will shoot it down. Yeah, 3 drops. So 3 drops are... So basically, okay, I was playing 2 questions at once, sorry. First one is the Ozolith, basically when a creature leaves the battlefield, the counters are moved onto the Ozolith, and then you can put them again. So it basically essentially doubles the counters. And then good through draw. I haven't played against the Fablouche plans, but I would like to. And I have not... I think good 3 drops is, for example, Crystalline Giant. If you go like... Crystalline Giant can take over the game quite quickly. I'm thinking what to do here, guys. Thinking of it. Because if they have Tron, they can put 1, 2, 3... They can put... 1 counter? Actually, it's not that good. But this tells me they may have counter the creator. Oh, this is such a pain. Okay, I have a plan. I don't know how good of a plan will it be, but I have a plan. But if they play Karn, then I cannot activate at least. Ugh. I was thinking of playing Throne of Geth with Darksteel Citadel. Next turn, put Llanowar Reborn tap, bring in the Mimic. Like, cast the Mimic. If they shoot it... No, but they will shoot it before it resolves. Yeah, that would have been nicer to play a turn 1 Reborn. But I really wanted to find a Ballista for the Mimic. But then they played this Ballista. Maybe just play a Hangarback Walker and say go. Because if I play the Mimic... Mimic, man. You're disappointing me. I defended you on this on the thing on Discord. I just play a Ballista, shoot it down, fuck it. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the Ballista. You know, I'm just gonna be that kind of person that plays the Ballista for X equals 1. Yeah, the good thing about the bad thing about the Utopia spell is that you need a forest, so you actually need to play quite a lot of green sources. If they shoot the Ballista, we shoot them. If they try to pump the Ballista, we shoot the Ballista. I think this is the best play. If they play Counter the Great Creator, we shoot the Ballista. Oh, at least it was not Tron. You cannot pump. Rather good. Okay, I can actually Throne of Geth and proliferate, so... I guess I can shoot when we proliferate. Take the damage. So you need basically, to be able to cast a spell on turn 1 that has a target, you need like 13 sources for it. So you will need to run 13 forest-like. So they're just doing the thing to us. They actually did before damage. I know it was after damage. It's kind of bad. They did it before. But there was no other play. They were actually pretty lucky to have played this. Any other play, the Metallic Mimic double construct thing was going to be brutal. So well, we can get it now. Enter Shaper. Sandwich. Not the end of the world, not the end of the world. So I'm gonna play. Yeah, you know, you start getting into kind of different deck when you play Utopia's Sprawl and Grafdigger Creator, then you play more like mono green control almost. So what to do here? I'm gonna play Llanowar Reborn tap, that's for sure. Mimic and Hangarback, the Grafton to Hangarback. They could play Counter here the turn next turn. If they have Tron, that would probably suck. But if they don't, maybe we can still win. So it's what we do. I'm gonna play Mimic. I actually could play. Nah, I'm just gonna play Mimic. Now I cast. I'm gonna play Mimic. Just get an extra body in the battlefield. I like bodies in the battlefield against Carnal the Creator. Next turn we can. Yeah, link on. Nope. Play this for free. So next turn we can play Throne of Geth and proliferate things. Yeah, I mean, you can try it. I mean, but then you kind of get to the point where, like, okay, you have a lot of mana, but the good thing, so how Hardened Scale works, like the discussion is Utopia spawn Hardened Scale. So how Hardened Scale works is by actually putting, you know, making, basically it's between this tempo and mana axis. So basically what the tempo axis, so that basically how big a creature needs to be for a certain mana cost. So what we do with Hardened Scales is we make a 20, like you saw last game, right? On turn 4, we make a 12-12 Infector. That's what we do. If you play a deck that wants to go bigger on mana, say you want to have break the tempo axis in another way, like you want to have too much mana on turn 4, then you need to find something to do with that mana. But then it defeats the purpose of having cheap threats that... Okay, that was another mine. That's good that they show us. So now I know if to block or not. I mean, and that's what I'm saying is, like, you should actually totally experiment. I don't know if I want to block. I don't think I get enough about 3 points of life, and I don't want to ram them. So take like a champ. Another little known use of Throne of Geth is you actually can proliferate the Blast Zone. It's kind of nice. So yeah. I do draw Hardened Scales. But you can experiment, you know, try to find, but basically then you become a deck that is interested in having a lot of mana early, and when you want to have a lot of mana early, then you want to play spells that are actually, like, strong in spite of their mana costs. Another Mirror Shaper. Donuts here. That kind of sucks, man. I had a plan for this. Yeah, here getting annoyed about my opponent playing cards. You know, playing a 4-4-4-4. I've drawn a lot of lands recently. I guess that's just a matter. Oh, that's a nice draw. Nice draw. Actually, I could draw, right? I could play the Ozolith, tap, and still draw. But I can do it enough turn because I will not have mana anyway. So play the Inkmoth Nexus. Play the Ozolith. This is very good draw. Very strong. So basically when you have a lot of mana, what you want to do is actually... And I'm going to hold this so we can sacrifice it in case they play like Grafdigger or something like that. Yeah. When you have a lot of mana, you want to play things like Wurmcoil Giant, Carnal Liberated, Ulamok, you know, things that are like completely over the top of what our opponent is doing. These are Reality Smasher team. Like the most fair Eldrazi Tron hand I've ever seen. Wait, that's Carnal the Great Creator. We're gonna start by... We're gonna pump. This card actually will be coming handy here. There's a discussion. Oh, there's a Dismember going on here. I mean, yeah, but I still can. Okay, is it better to draw or is it better to sacrifice it? So I gain 1 life. Is that worth it? No. I gain 1 life and I lose 1 life. This is actually the worst play. I should just draw. So I will draw enough turn. We'll make 2 dudes. I of course could have tapped it in my turn, but yeah. This will be 2, 2, 3. So if they minus a card, we can kill it. Of course, they will be aggressive. If they attack with everything, then we can. So this will be 2 counters over there. So with 3, 3, and a 4. So if they minus a card, he's dead. Actually, that's a good point. Springleaf Drum is pretty good against. I should kind of figure out how to put the card over here. Let me try it. I hope it doesn't destroy the viewing experience. So like this, that work. You don't see a chat log now. What happens if I click? That's not good. Okay, that didn't work out. Also, if we draw Ravager, I know you may until your next turn target okay. And they attack us. They cannot really attack us. I guess they can attack with the Thoughtless here. I should attack with Thoughtless here. The rest doesn't. So we'll draw at the end of turn. We will need I mean, this doesn't really end, I think. We can also activate the Inkmoth Nexus, so that's kind of nice. Oh, that's Ravager. Hello. Second Ravager. We can play a Ravager. So how many? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can play a Ravager, sacrifice it, put all the counters on a top tier. We can sacrifice it with a Phyrexia score, of course. That's kind of a really rough play, but maybe if we survive, then we can win next turn with the other Ravager. Yeah, that's a good idea. So they're really interested in keeping this card alive, right? So we play the Ravager. That's a 1/1. Sacrifice it with a Phyrexia score. 1 counter comes here, 1 counter comes here. It will be 3 here, and this will be a 3/3. Yeah, then we can kill this. 2, 3. Yeah, let's do that, shall we? So we play the Ravager. I mean, it's really important to get rid of counter Great here, of course. And then if we survive the next turn, we can easily just win with Arcbound Ravager. Of course, they could blast on this, but at this point, this will not have any counters. So we sacrifice. We actually, well, it doesn't cost us life, I guess. That's the point. Sacrifice an artifact. This dude. Modular. This dude. So nice that this is a trigger, isn't it? You could actually just play maybe Llanowar Elves or Noble Hierarchs. I played Noble Hierarchs and they were kind of nice. And then we go to combat. Do we split the counters? Then this can actually, if we put 3 counters here, if we put 3 counters here, this dies to Dismember. But if we put 3 counters here, this doesn't die to Special Contortion. Here we go here. You see my logic, teammates? So if I put the counters over here, then this will be a 4/4, right? So we'll die to this. Sorry, a 5/5. So we'll die to Dismember. Yeah, we go in. But if I put the counters over the other top tier, over this top tier cannot die now to Spatial Contortion, which is plus minus. Oh, that's Tron. They have a million mana, but they don't have 1 card in hand. But they have the Blast Zone. We need to be careful with that. But if we play the Ravager, I think we're in a good spot. Yeah. So if they attack us, they hit us for... Should I block with the Mimic? Here. Taking 7, we're on 6. But I mean, if we draw Ballistas on it, it's also really nice to have. We can block next. We'll block next turn. Now our only problem is this Blazon, which I was planning to proliferate with my Throne of Geth. So now the only we have Dismember. Oof, Dismember puts us actually we can use Dismember for 3 life only, which is kinda nice. We can gain a life, that's a good, that's good. So I can play the Ravager. We can Dismember. Actually we could just Dismember this now and draw a card. So we can play Darksteel Citadel. So we can Dismember, paying 2 mana, 2 life, we kill this dude. We draw a card. I think we start with this, right? So we make black. Actually, I'm gonna play Darksteel Citadel first because I don't want to tap in either of those. Even though we cannot really tap this, yeah. But, black. Costing us 2 mana, but it's okay. Ah, we choose Target Creature. We're down to 3. Dismember. Draw a card. We draw a card. Ooh, that's not good. I guess it can be good next turn. So we will. Doesn't really. I'm just gonna. I will do this. Play Ravager. I mean, it's not good, but we can basically give an extra counter next turn. We're gonna go for the kill with the Ozolith because they have Blazon and they can blow up the Ozolith, so I'm just gonna attack with these 2 dudes. Do I want to attack? So actually here I have 3, I can make this a 3/3. I'm not sure. So if we attack with everything, there's an 8. But then if they kill this and they attack, it's kind of bad. So let's. I mean, if you're interested in ramping in Hardened Scales, that's a nice discussion that's going on. Oh, they have a Dismember or something? What is this? Oh, they're taking the damage. The mash. That's actually been pretty good to split the counters because we actually gave them 1 more damage. So they have 0 cards in hand. Maybe they will blow up the Blazon end of turn. They're at 9. I think we're playing pretty well this game. Fetching Rhombus. Not fetching anything, man. Okay, they have a 1 draw, I think. I mean, actually not, because we cannot really beat them. Maybe we draw Hardened Scales. Edition map. Hey, that's basically a blank. But they still have the Blazon. Maybe they Blazon now? I guess I just get it. They will just pop it now. I'm thirsty. Had some wraps for dinner. They're ready to. The Switch map is kind of a derivative update for them, I guess. They're at 9. Must be a way to win, right? Next turn. So we can sack here 3, 4, 5. That's a 5/5. 7, 9. Yeah, probably have it. They are really adapting what to do. I wonder what line they could get. Tectonic Edge, Ghost Quarter. Not a Blazon, but still, like, I guess they will pop this Blazon. I mean, we only have 1 mana costed card, so this one. So now I have a Blazon. If they attack, I'm gonna block and stack. I don't want them to. I don't want them to. So they have a last zone, and they have 4 mana, so they actually can cast it. They could actually put it at 2. That would be pretty rough. Let's draw cards. Okay, that's another Inkmoth Nexus. I think we can draw it safely, right? Second Ravager. Does this do the trick? So we play second. We can actually play the Llanowar Reborn. Put 2 Grafdigger here. So then we can sack. We can sack this and this. There will be 5 here. Then this one has 2. We sack it to itself. That's 3, 8. I think this is it. Let me see if I can do it properly. So play Ravager. Doesn't matter. And then we go to attack. I didn't really count it so much. So like this, like this. I didn't count. Ah, yeah, it's here. Maybe gets to be a hero today. I gave it a bit of hate today. We gotta apologize. That's 7, 9. That's a dead opponent. I think they should have kept the expedition map in hand. Was not doing anything anyway. Whoa. I'm gonna drink some water, get some water, and I'll be right back.